Welcome, and thanks so much for joining us here on the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Deb Gillard, your host, and today is Monday, June 9th. Welcome, welcome. Perhaps if you're from the Owatonna area or a lot of the other areas, there were plenty of graduations around, so caps and gowns and a lot of smiles and well wishes and everything. So congratulations to all of our area high school graduates as they passed probably through and up and over the stage and got their diplomas this weekend. We are very happy to have you with us. Of course, Owatonna Today can be seen 6 days a week on Charter Channel 8. And you can also find us on the internet on our YouTube channel. You type in Owatonna Today Show, all one word in the search box, or you can go to the Third Hand Video, all again one word.com. Click on the Owatonna Today Show tab and it will take you to a list of the current shows. As always, you can find us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page and you can like us on Facebook, and from there you will receive notifications of new shows when they're uploaded onto the internet. So lots of ways to watch the Owatonna Today Show. And we do, of course, always welcome your ideas and suggestions, comments, ideas for guests and show topics. Please get that information to Leanne, our producer, at 390-5751, her cell phone, or Owatonna Today at charter.net. She'll get your information either way, and we'll be happy to take those into consideration. We have a great show for you today. Coming up a little bit later on, we have Evie Wold and Brian Coleman here. We're going to be talking about the Regional Workforce Center Job Fair, some interesting information on an upcoming event. But right now, after our first break, we'll be going to Little Theatre of Owatonna. Ramona Quimby is the new play coming up, and we'll be talking with director Sandy Hardy-Hagan. So let's take this break, and that's where we'll head. We'll be back.
I'm Dan Branstead of Carlson Branstead & Company, Certified Public Accountants. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Greetings, I'm Laura Ressler, Director of the Steele County Historical Society, and I welcome you to our History Center. We invite you to join in all our activities, events, where we honor the past and look towards the future.
Hi, I'm Lynn Andrews, and I play Dorothy Quimby.
And I'm Matt Durand, and I play Bob Quimby in LTO's current production of Ramona Quimby, directed by Sandy Hardy-Hagan and sponsored by Federated Insurance.
Performances of Ramona Quimby will be held Friday and Saturday, June 13th and 14th at 7:30 p.m., with a matinee on Sunday, June 15th at 2 p.m.
And again the following Thursday through Saturday, June 19th, 20th, and 21st at 7:30 p.m.
Tickets are available at the LTO box office by calling 451-0764.
Don't miss LTO's production of Ramona Quimby.
And welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show. We are in the historic Little Theatre of Owatonna, and we are here to talk about Ramona Quimby. And we're going to start off talking with the director. Over here we have Sandy Hardy-Hagan. Hello.
Hi there. Good to be back.
You've been on here several times.
Yes, I have. Yes.
Let's start with you, first of all. How long have you been involved in Little Theatre?
I think I started off as a board member probably about 10 or 11 years ago. My first show was directed by Sarah Foreman, Nonsense, too. And I've just been active and involved in different things on and off stage since then.
And so you're directing Ramona Quimby this year. Tell us a little bit about the plot.
The plot is written by Beverly Cleary with a little help from another fellow there. I can't think of his name. And Ramona is a girl that's kind of troubled. She's got a wild imagination, and people just don't understand her. She can be boisterous. She can be kind of upset at a lot of things, but she wants to be loved and cared for, and she just doesn't see how some adults treat her and other people treat her. She tries her best, but sometimes it just doesn't come off that way.
So this is a story about her struggling with the adults around her, and does she use her imagination to work through that, or how does she work through those problems?
Oh, she does. She needs a lot of comforting, especially from her parents and her Aunt Bee, who she just adores. So she's in the plot, too. She's a big helper. Mm-hmm. And otherwise, they kind of talk through things. She has a friend named Howie, who's more laid back. She's got enough energy and imagination for all 3 or 4 of them in the whole family. So they get through with the family stuff.
How many people are in your cast?
There are 22. The youngest is 8, and it goes up to about older than 8.
There are grown-ups in the show.
Yes, there are. It's about half and half. So we have some people who've been on the stage before, some who are just called at the last minute, so to speak, and they're on and they join the team here. And it's going to be a fun show, I think, when they all get together and put it together, and everybody brings their children and grandchildren. It'll be great.
So it is totally for kids. This is some people should bring their children to, their grandchildren.
Yes.
Just really enjoy family time.
Yes. I think if a child is 5 years old, they ought to be young enough. But some kids are 4 years old, and I think they'll understand it, enjoy it. There's a lot of stuff going on for kids to look at in the audience, so I think that'll be okay. Anywhere from 4 on up should come and see it.
Good. Well, let's talk to some of the Ramonas. She was talking to me, and she said that there was one Ramona. My glasses must be dirty, because I happen to be seeing 2 of you. Are there really 2 Ramonas in this show?
Yes.
All right, well, let's start with you guys introducing yourself. So we'll start with the closest Ramona to me. Tell me your name, how old you are, and what school you go to.
I'm Allison. I'm 9 years old, and I go to Lincoln. I'm Caitlin Washaleski. I'm 9 years old, and I go to Lincoln Elementary School.
Now, you guys are not related?
We are both twin sisters.
No, you don't look anything alike.
Well, yeah.
So, is this the first play you guys have been in?
Yes. Yeah.
When you auditioned for the role, did you both want to be Ramona?
Well, we tried out for the part of Susan. My mom said, you'll be lucky if you get a part, and there we are getting the lead role.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't really care who I got, but then I ended up getting the main role.
Yeah. So, being your first play, was it hard to memorize all your lines?
Well, surprisingly, not that much. It was pretty easy. It just took a few practicing. Now I kind of know my lines a lot better.
Good. You know that practice does make perfect. Tell me really quick, how are you guys going to do this? Are you both going to be on stage at the exact same time?
No. She is doing acting up until the intermission, and I'm acting till the end.
So you guys couldn't even help each other memorize the same lines because you guys had different lines. Do you think the audience will be able to tell that there's a different girl on stage?
Yeah, probably. Just by the hair. Just get a little darker, lighter.
Well, we'll have to figure that one out. So we're going to go over here and talk to your big sister in the play. Thank you, guys. Hi. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Abigail Hansen, and I am in 9th grade going into 10th, and I am homeschooled.
This is not your first play, so tell me some of the things you've done in the past.
Well, I was the first play at LTO that I was in was Fruitcakes, and then from there I was in Charlotte's Web and The Best Christmas Pageant Ever, and then this one.
Tell me what your role is in this play.
I am Beezus, Ramona's big sister.
And what are you, do you help her out? Do you antagonize her? Kind of what's your role in the play?
Well, I would say that by the end of the play, I'm starting to help her, but in the beginning, I kind of think that she's a little pest, and by the end of the play, I learned to love her.
I know you have a little brother. Is that the same thing you've done with him?
No.
Sorry. So was that fun for you as an actress to kind of start off one way and then kind of learn to become something else?
It definitely was. It was kind of tricky, though, when we were practicing, just jumping back and forth from those two and having to just switch from, being annoyed with her to loving her and kind of going back and forth.
Yeah. But sounds like a good, fun time. What's been your favorite part so far?
I love seeing everything come together and the costumes and the set and seeing everyone's hard work go well.
That's a lot of fun. Well, thank you. It's a pleasure seeing you again. And we're here talking to Ramona's mom. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
I am Lynn Andrews, and I am playing Dorothy Quimby.
So, have you been on stage before?
I have. I have been in plays from 6th grade on through college, and this is my second performance at LTO.
I know sometimes actors have different energies, that kind of thing. So working with one daughter and in the second half working with another, was that a little bit of a struggle for you?
It is a little bit because they do have such different personalities. One is more outgoing than the other one. So trying to draw the first one out to be like the other one has been challenging.
What has been something fun for you to be a part of the show?
I always love meeting new people. I'm such an outgoing person myself. So just being out here and hanging out with other people is fun. But I love being on stage and just pretending to be someone.
Sometimes you just need a break from your own reality.
Yes.
All right, we're going to scooch back over to this guy over here. We've seen you a couple times on the show. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Matt Durand. I'm 37, and I go to Mankato.
It's like he's doing what I told him to do. So tell me about your role in the show.
My role is I'm Bob Quimby, so I'm the dad, and I'm really kind of the down luck Charlie kind of guy. I lose my job, and a lot of things happen to me, so it's been interesting to try and have to get into character, I would say.
Has it been quite a stretch for you to pretend to be a dad?
No. I told my own children, I said, it's probably not going to be all that different to watch me up on stage versus in real life. So it's been fun. It's been a great opportunity for me. This is my first play at LTO, and I'm able to partner here with my daughter as well, who's a third grader. So it's been a really good family event.
What part does she play in the show?
She is a third grader, a brownie, and the girl in the commercial.
Wow, she's been triple cast. That's kind of awesome. So while we have you here, why don't you tell us when the dates are?
Sure. So we have the dates are June 13th, 14th, and 15th, and then we have the 19th, 20th, and 21st as well. We have the matinee on the 15th at 2:30, and then all the other performances are at 7:30 p.m.
And there's two matinees. Yeah, no. The show's at 2. Yes, don't come at 2:30 or you'll be locked out of the doors. Also,
I don't have my lines memorized.
And does it say on there how we can get tickets?
Yeah, you can go online to the LTO website and you can buy tickets through there, or you can buy them at the box office if there's any left.
Oftentimes in children's shows, there's not many left because grandmas and grandpas and aunts and uncles want to come see, so it's a really good idea to get your tickets ahead of time.
Get them soon, get them now.
And what's the one thing, and we're going to go really quickly, I want to have you comment on something, but we're going to show a little scene, so stay with us. But what's been one thing that you've come away from this as one of your first experiences here at LTO?
I think just how cool Owatonna is to have a great theater like this and to have, people that are dedicated, like the directors, all the staff, the people putting these sets together. We come here and it just magically appears. And so there's so many hardworking people that make these things happen, not just the people on stage. So it's just a real good community come-together event.
Good. Well, stay with us. We are going to do a quick scene so you can see what's coming up on Ramona Quimby. Stay with us.
And that concludes our unit on dental hygiene. Do you have any questions? Susan?
That was a neat lesson, Mrs. Driggs. I know my teeth much better now.
Thank you, Susan. Howie?
What are those big front ones on a vampire called?
Well, vampires aren't... Why do you ask, Howie?
Because I got some for Halloween. Uncut chocula. Mrs. Driggs, when do we get to finish our Halloween mask? You said we get to finish them for the Halloween parade. It's next week.
All right, class. Masks out. Now remember that...
Recreational fires are allowed within the Owatonna city limits. They must be contained within a fire pit or a device designed for such use, and can be 3 feet in diameter and no more than 3 feet high. They must be 25 feet from a building or combustibles. Only untreated or unpainted woods must be used. Fires must be attended by a person at all times that are capable of extinguishing the fire. This has been a safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Did you know that it is illegal in the city of Owatonna to host or allow a gathering where minors will be consuming alcoholic beverages on your property or in your residence? Did you know that it is illegal to provide minors with alcohol unless they are your own kids in your own home? Underage drinking leads to increased risk of future chemical dependency, engaging in more serious criminal activity, and becoming a victim of a crime. Please help keep our kids and our community safe by not encouraging, hosting, or allowing underage drinking. This is a message from the Owatonna Police Department and the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County.
Hi, I'm Glenn Mager.
And I'm Tim Thomas of the Brick Mager Funeral Home, and we're proud to serve the Medford and Owatonna areas with cremation and traditional funeral services.
And we're proud to be a part of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, this is Barry Gillespie, president of ERA Gillespie Real Estate, where our pledge is to save you money, save you time, and simplify your life. And we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, I'm David Einhaus with the Owatonna Foundation. Thank you to all of our donors who have helped make Owatonna a better place to live. Will you join us today with a financial gift? Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back, and thanks again for joining us on this Monday, June 9th. And as promised, we have in studio folks from the Minnesota Workforce Center. Brian Coleman, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
And Evie Wold, how are you?
Hi, good, thank you.
First of all, we'll just kind of get to know who you are here locally. So if you wouldn't mind just telling me your title at the Workforce Center and kind of what you do on a daily basis.
Besides
everything.
Right. Brian Coleman, Area Manager for Owatonna and Faribault offices.
All right, and that has you doing what?
Day-to-day management, so case management as well, so career counseling.
Okay, making sure everything's running smoothly at both locations.
Correct.
And Evie?
I work for DEED, Department of Employment and Economic Development, and I work under the Division of Vocational Rehab Services, so I specialize in working with people with disabilities and with employers looking to hire diverse workforce. Okay. And I do placement with job seekers, so help with resumes, mock interviews, preparing for the job, and job seeking.
Important stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, both of you. Yeah. Well, that is wonderful. The thing we wanted to talk about today is an upcoming job fair. So this is the 4th annual, and Abby, can you give us a little bit of history on the job fair?
Right. So this is, like you said, our 4th year doing the job fair. We started out, I think we had around 30 employers the first year, and last year we had 56 employers. Wow. Yeah, so it's been going up each year. As of last week, I know we had 52 registered employers, and we're still taking in some employer registrations. So we've seen, I think with the economy change, we've seen a lot more employers. Job seekers have gone down a little bit over the years, so we're really trying to get the word out about it and let people know. It's going to be held on Thursday, June 19th from 11 to 2 at the Faribault West Mall. Okay. And it's a regional job fair, so we recruit employers from the Northfield, Faribault, Owatonna area, and then we spread out east to west from Kenyon to around Waterville.
Okay, try to keep it within a reasonable, maybe driving distance for those job seekers who might be out there and don't want to make a hour-and-a-half commute or something like that.
Exactly.
And you've gathered all those employers from that area. Well, good for you. And there's a lot of them out there looking for good quality workers, aren't there?
Yeah, we're expecting probably over 60 employers this year. It's fitting that the time of the show comes in and the job fair comes in right after you mentioned the graduates that we just had. So the employers that are there are really looking for entry level all the way to highly skilled, degreed kind of positions. So it's a huge variant of job openings, and the employers that are there are really there because they're looking to recruit and hire. So
when they're there, and it's a job fair, and I'm sure it's plenty of exchange of information and asking questions and finding out about the jobs that are being offered. But it really is an opportunity to potentially get a job, right at that site. Right. And we want to take this opportunity then to talk with Brian about if someone is coming and they are seeking a job, and as we said, they're maybe less, and that's a wax and wane kind of thing. As the economy changes, we may have more employers, less job seekers, but in this particular case, we want those that are out there, and they need to come prepared, correct?
They do. They need to be prepared in a sense of knowing the companies that they want to talk to. There is a complete list of the employers on our website, in which we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Okay.
But the biggest thing is just coming prepared, making sure that you're dressed for the event as if you're going to be interviewed on the spot, because they will be doing interviews on the spot. Okay. Another important piece is have your resume ready.
Okay.
If you do need help with that in advance, make sure that you take this opportunity to come to a workforce center, talk to someone about looking over your resume and getting it up to speed. There's some other things that I have jotted down as far as the researching the companies, as I talked about before, and also they have to expect that they will be interviewed.
Okay.
And go into this event as if you will be interviewed, and be dressed, be ready, be prepared in that sense.
Okay.
Make sure you do your research. I can't stress that enough. Look up. Every company has a website, and just make sure you take time to go over their website and become familiar with their company.
That is a nice thing that we have available to us these days, is that instant information. And once upon a time, researching a job or a company was, I think, a little more difficult. You had to, maybe read or find journals or, different things in different places. But now, like you say, we head onto the internet, we look at an employer, and we do learn about what do they do on a daily basis. If they're a manufacturer, they're a service provider, what are they doing, and kind of get a feel for them right away. So come with that in your mind, and maybe some idea of those that you really want to focus on.
Right, and also if you don't have a computer, there are individuals out there that don't have the technology at home. They can come to the Workforce Center and utilize our resource area there.
Yep.
There's a lot of staff in the workforce centers that have the knowledge of those companies. Maybe they just want to sit down and maybe get some insight as far as what those counselors may know about that company as well.
Okay.
So I think that taking advantage of what's available in your community.
Okay, all right. Well, that is anything other than resume. So someone maybe needs help with a resume, or maybe they've got it all dusted off and it's ready to go, and they bring that. Is there anything else that they need to bring?
Well, if you're a recent graduate, I think that it's always nice to have that on your resume, but also to just talk about the different classes that maybe you've taken.
Okay. Would it help to have your transcript or anything like that? Not necessarily.
There's a lot of different ways you can do it.
Okay.
And one way is to have a portfolio, ready, or a list of the classes that you've taken to see if they're compatible to the types of openings that the companies would have.
Okay. And I'm imagining, of course, here too, it may be an initial interview with plenty of opportunity to get additional information there. So again, not having to have necessarily the full arsenal of who you are, but as much as you can that seems to make sense, especially if you've researched a company, found companies and found maybe that it looks like it's going to be a good fit, then maybe just kind of think about how you would present yourself to that company.
That is
so I find it very interesting then too that the range of jobs, as Evie was saying, is so diverse, from very entry level to seeking potentially some very skilled employees or skilled in certain areas.
Absolutely.
So not just for the high school grad, not just for the college grad, but let's talk a little bit about who else might be out there seeking a job.
I think that there's the dislocated worker population, the population of workers that may have been working in an area for quite a few years and have some specific skill sets that they could transfer into another company, and making sure that they highlight those skill sets that they have in order to transfer to another company.
Okay.
And also those employers or people in the community who are already working but maybe looking for something different.
Okay.
That's why we have the job fair from 11 to 2, so that we can catch some of those people over their lunch hour if they choose to come.
Okay. Well, good plan. And how about full-time, part-time? Is that as diverse as the jobs are? So they're looking for maybe part-time workers and full-time workers?
Yeah, absolutely.
Run the gamut. How have the employers done in the past? I mean, how does attendance generally look at the job fair, since you've got a few years under your belt?
Right.
Anyway?
We've had many people hired on the spot at the job fairs. It's also a great opportunity. One thing we hear from job seekers a lot is that they're applying online and they're not able to talk to the employer face to face. So this is just a great opportunity for them to introduce themselves and to shake the employer's hand and make a great introduction.
And make that presentation in person. And that is interesting, because like we talked about too, you can find out about a company and a company can find out about a person, but only to a certain level. And it's still that face-to-face, the handshake, the eye contact, the rapport, and the questions that you can get answered on a personal level that, I hope never goes away, and how important that is. So here is an opportunity. If you're not a job seeker yourself, but you know of someone or people who are, direct them there. The website that we wanted to mention is min.gov/deed. That's the Department of
Employment and
Economic Development. And then click on Job Seeker, and you will find more information about the Regional Job Fair. Again, it is going on Thursday, June 19th, so about a week and a half away, 11 to 2 at the Faribault West Mall at 200 Western Avenue in Faribault. And again, contact either or both of you at the Workforce Center locally here if they have information, need to do a little prep work. So thank you, and best of luck. We hope to hear that it's a very successful day for one and all. Thank you, Brian, and thank you, Evie.
Thank you.
We'll take a break for our supporters, and we'll be back to wrap up for today.
Hi, I'm Amy Martinez.
And I'm Adam Martinez, owners of Snap Fitness in Owatonna.
Snap Fitness is a fast, convenient, and affordable fitness center, and we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
The United Way Women's Leadership Council invites all community women to our first annual Power of the Purse event on Tuesday, June 17th at the Owatonna Country Club. Enjoy great food, a silent and live auction, and hear about our partnership with the Dolly Parton Imagination Library and Owatonna Rotary. We plan to mail every child in our community a free book every month from birth to age 5. The Dolly Parton Foundation pays for all of the books. 100% of our proceeds will pay for the postage.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty.
And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna.
And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Welcome back, and it's time to wrap up the program here on this Monday, June 9th. Brian and I were just talking after the interview that we just had, and he did remind folks, too, in addition to the information that you can get at the Workforce Center, you can actually come and do a mock interview. So if you've not been in an interview position in a little while and maybe feel that would be something that would help you going into the job fair, that's what they're there for at the Minnesota Workforce Center. So do get a hold of them, and they're going to help you through that whole process. We want to let people know that the River Springs Water Park is now open. June 7th was the official open date, and it stays open now until August 10th from 12 to 8, and from August 11th through the 24th, then it goes to a little more limited hours from noon to 7. So all sorts of general admission and passbook prices, but it is now open, and we do want you to know that from the Owatonna Parks and Recreation Department. The Steele County Historical Society is pleased to welcome back local author Mike Eckers for a presentation this coming Thursday, June 12th. It will be at 7 in the Wenger Room of the History Center. And he was previously known for his lectures on the Civil War. Mike is now researching and speaking on topics related to World War II. He'll be talking about Marines in the Pacific. That will be the topic this Thursday. Admission to the lecture is free for Historical Society members and $2 for non-members. So give him a call if you'd like more information or just plan to attend. Riverbend Naturalist, June 12th, 5 to 7 this Thursday. It's the first Women in Outdoor Skills and Natural History-based program specifically for women. This monthly program will be moving to Thursdays then, now starting in June. The first program in June will be archery. Participants will get to try the challenge of shooting a bow and arrow. If you'd like more information about the program or the upcoming one here on Thursday, you can register in person or by phone by calling them 332-7151 or online at their website. So a few things coming up this week. Thanks for joining us today. Coming up on Wednesday's program, we will have the Owatonna Police Department with us talking about the Night to Unite that will be coming up later on this summer, and a little bit more information on Camp Pillsbury. So we'll see you on Wednesday. Have a great day.